So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 9 habits for creating a more productive day and life. My name's Shane Fozard. I'm the founder of the E-Hypnotherapist certification and marketing program, teaching healers, coaches, practitioners, and therapists how to perform hypnotherapy through video calls and also how to set up an online business with clever marketing to generate high-value clients. These are all simple habits and tips, so you should be able to use them immediately, even if you're already super busy. Now, before we start, there's a few things I just want to mention. Now, you want to focus on progress, not perfection. You don't have to do all of these, and the ones that you do end up doing, you don't have to do them perfectly. Just be at least 1% better than yesterday, and then keep striving for continual and incremental improvement. Striving to do things perfectly, which is actually an unrealistic goal, is often what causes many people to fail and feel down about themselves as well. Now, also another thing to mention is that not all habits work for everyone. So try these and find whatever works for you and whatever you gravitate to, because the goal is to find an effortless flow and productive output. So if you achieve that without doing some of these tips, then awesome, you've still succeeded. Now let's look at habit number 1. You want to do a brain dump either before you go to bed each night or early in the morning of what needs to get done. Now, the purpose of this is it takes the tension and the stress out of your mindset by no longer needing to worry about remembering everything. And it also allows you to get all those tasks and actions that are inside your head, get them out, irrespective of whether they're important or urgent or non-essential. Just doing a brain dump. You just want to get them all out. Now, I do my brain dump on a portable whiteboard that's approximately sort of A2 to A3 size, which you can get for like $10 to $15 from office supply stores. Now, this means it's visible and I can easily carry it from different locations depending on where I'm working. Now, let's look at habit number 2. It's the one thing. There's a great book by the author Gary Keller called The One Thing, and it trained me to prioritize by choosing one thing to do, the most critical and impactful thing to get done every day as a priority. Now, I've modified this a little and I end up choosing the one thing and I choose 2 more other one things. And this means I now have 3 top priorities to focus on. These are must-dos. They're non-negotiable every day. Let's look at habit number 3, time blocking. This is when you allocate a block of time, and a good estimate is about 45 minutes, whereby you shut off all distractions, you put your phone away, you turn off social media, you tell people make sure they don't disturb you, and you deep dive into your first task. And after 45 minutes, you stretch, you go for a walk, drink some water, do something different for a few minutes. And if the task isn't complete yet, you go back and you do another 45-minute time block without those distractions. Now, habit number 4 is training yourself for flow and detoxing from distractions. Getting to a productive flow state is the ultimate goal. Now, there's a great book on this topic called Flow by Mikhail Csikszentmihalyi, I think his name is. This is achieved by doing dedicated work on a task that's at the slight edge of your skill set. So it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge because you know you can succeed it with some focus and some time. Now, social media, TV, marketing, family, emails, SMSs, and probably your kids are all trying to get your attention when they want it. Now, you are like most of us, are likely addicted to distractions, checking your phone, checking social media, checking your emails, or just running to the aid of whoever's going to yell the loudest that wants your attention. Now, the discipline happens before the distraction. You need to learn to detox yourself from the distractions. You need to retrain your brain to ignore these and focus on doing deep work and getting into flow and then becoming addicted to that productive output instead. Because it's a productive output that separates those of us that had the results and those of us that wish we had the results. Now, the 2 great books to check out about this is called Deep Work by Cal Newport and Indistractable by Nir Eyal, I think his name is. Now, habit number 5 is about simplifying your life. Now, you don't have to do everything because you can't. You want to avoid decision fatigue. Now, this is when you're making too many decisions and eventually you just run out of steam. There's only so much cognitive power that you have access to each day. So the aim is to use that precious power on the big decisions and pre-decide all the other small decisions. I've personally made my life very simple. I've got a simple wardrobe to choose from. So what I wear each day is not really a decision I need to make. I do very similar things each day. My meals aren't really something I need to decide because I eat similar things for most meals. And I've actively developed routine into my life and my family's life so that the biggest brain power that we have can be used on moments that are going to have bigger and more impact. And so I realized that I can't do everything. And with that realization comes the acceptance that, look, some things just won't get done, or I'll need to delegate them. Now, over time, you get much better at being able to prioritize and prune away the unnecessary tasks that just keep you busy. And then habit number 6, it's about installing the desired mindset early in the morning. This is what I call my rapid mining primer. And it primes my mindset for how I want to show up each day. And I do this for approximately 5 minutes within about 30 minutes of waking up. I quickly remind myself of my core values in life and that I need to align with these each day. I remind myself of the 3 most powerful positive emotions that's going to give me the resourcefulness to get through the biggest challenges that I might face in that day. I remind myself of my bigger purpose and mission in life, and the reason why I'm even putting in this effort and the discipline and the resilience and why that's all worth it. And then finally, I remind myself of my own personal mantra that gives me the courage, the certainty, the conviction, the confidence to do what I need to do even when I don't feel like doing it. By doing this most mornings, I can tell you, I'm not perfect at it, but I do it at least 3 to 4 mornings each week. And I'm more likely to perform at my peak on the days that I do it because I've quickly reprogrammed my mind each morning for how I want to show up and how I want to be. Now, as they say, if you win your morning, then you're more likely to win your day. And that's been true for me as well. And habit number 7, it's to do at least 5 minutes personal growth work every day. If I'm not doing some big online or live personal growth course, which is pretty much most days, I'm getting my daily dose of personal growth from reading non-fiction books, self-help or business books or marketing. And the benefit of this is to keep yourself in perspective and to introduce you to new ideas and new perspectives and to add that to your existing body of knowledge and wisdom. You might be like me and you might be feeling like you're too busy to read. But look, no one's too busy to read at least 1 page. You might prefer to listen to audiobooks, which is great. So whether it's a physical book or whether it's an audio book, make a point to read at least 1 page or listen to 1 minute every day and feed your mind. Now, habit number 8, it's about cultivating your energy. It doesn't matter how good your car is if the fuel tank or the battery cells are empty. You can have the best strategies in place, but they mean nothing if you aren't cultivating your energy levels and having an abundance of energy. Now, energy comes from 2 main sources. One is your food and drink, and the second one is your psychology. And my simple rule is that energy force comes from the food and drink that you eat and it transfers into your body. So I ensure that every meal, now remember, my diet's pre-decided most days, consists of mostly raw organic vegetables so that they're still filled with life force, and that translates or transfers into my own body's life force. Now, I guess you can call me a bit of an energy vampire for my food, right? Now, secondly, it's psychology. And that helps you retain the energy. Now, I exercise most days and I always feel more energized after exercising. So why is that? It's because of the meaning that I give it. Now, sure, anyone can go out and exercise, come back and say they've got a lack of energy, because in terms of calories, that's true. But your psychology can override this. I've trained myself out of describing. I no longer describe myself in terms of being tired or exhausted. Now, appropriate tiredness is acceptable towards the end of the night. Now, I know my body so well, if I eat dead carbs, such as like breads or sugars or starches in the morning or at lunchtime, I'm going to be more sluggish and unfocused throughout the day, and I don't have time for any of that. So I really focus on cultivating my energy through my life force and my food and the psychology that I have around my beliefs around energy. Now, habit number 9, you want to protect and manage your emotions. This is the most important step. Now, how you feel affects every single aspect of your life. So I call this like a super skill. Now, it's okay if you think your emotions are out of control or that your emotions have control over you instead of you having control over them. Now, everyone's born not knowing how to do this, but it's a skill that develops over time, which is why personal growth and doing that work is so important. Now, you'll likely fail from time to time, and if you don't, then really you're not trying hard enough. And it's about how you handle those failures. Failures really just pave the road to success. Now, there's going to be weak moments where you might feel like giving up. And no matter how successful you are, you're likely to have those weak moments. And it's about how you handle those weak moments that's going to determine whether you give up or you get back to maintain your momentum. Now, you need to learn how to diminish negative emotions such as unfocused, fear, overwhelmed, depressed, lost, scared, stuck, uncertain, confused, whatever else, and see them as only temporary states. These emotions are not you. You are not a depressed person. You are not an overwhelmed person. You are not a procrastinator. You are not your emotions. Emotion is just energy that flows through us. as long as we don't give these permanence. And therefore, they're just going to be temporary, making room for more positive emotions such as confidence, inspiration, conviction, flow, focus, determination, action, power, certainty. Now, there's two great books that I recommend you learn about this, and that's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer and Authentic Happiness by the pioneer of positive psychology, Martin Seligman. Now, you want to create and protect positive emotions, giving them permanence, making them a part of you, and learn to see negative emotions as temporary states that are just designed to alert you to something or challenge you to keep growing and leveling up in your life. So to summarize, the 9 habits to use for more productive day in life are, number 1, do a brain dump. Number 2, doing the most impactful thing first, or the 3 things. Number 3, time blocking. Number 4, avoiding distractions and getting into flow. Number 5, simplify your life. Number 6, prime your mindset every morning. Number 7, do some personal growth work every day. Number 8, cultivate your energy. Number 9, protect and manage your emotions. Now, these are the 9 habits for a more productive day and life. Now, if you have any habits of your own that really help you and help you achieve more out of life, then comment below and let me know. Thanks for subscribing and clicking the bell. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, click the subscribe button to get access to even more.